What's up, Feud? Hope that you guys are doing well. I know it's been a long week for most of us since we last saw each other. Half of us got COVID. Me, right now, I'm struggling. I got a broken rib. My back is all bruised and jacked up. And fell off a ladder is not a good time. However, I'm super thankful for the time we got to spend together, even though we are, a lot of us are struggling right now. So continued prayers for everybody. Um, the Dreadhead Draft Report. So here we go. An added addition this year is the Sam Houston Hellraisers have ranked your draft. So I'm going to use his critique. Don't take it personal. Don't take it up with me. Take it up with him. So here we go. Coming in at number 10. According to the Sam Houston Hellraisers, the worst draft of the night belongs to the Raging Rabbis. As I look here at Raging Rabbis' team, strong keeper. You cannot beat Michael Thomas. He is absolutely top 2 wide receiver in the game. So him automatically gives him a leg up. However, after that, I'm not sure. He's looking strong. Austin Eckler had a huge year last year. Melvin Gordon's not there. Phillip Rivers isn't there. So we'll see what that team looks like. May go rookie quarterback, may go Tyrod Taylor, but I expect him to catch a lot of passes. Dak has weapons everywhere. So there's no excuse that he does not dominate this year. So right then, those 3, I like it. After that, it's looking a little sketchy. Fournette, who knows? Jacksonville may just throw it in, try to get Trevor Lawrence. I love Fournette, love the Jaguars. They're my team. The next and only other pick I liked on this team was Michael Gallup for the Cowboys. Even though Dak has a lot of weapons, Gallup really asserted himself last year. So looking forward to him really breaking out. Another thing I'm adding this year is the best and worst picks of each team. The best pick I have for Rabbi is Michael Gallup. Like I said, I think he's going to break out. The worst pick I have for Rabbi is pretty much everyone not named Austin Eckler or Dak Prescott. I love you, Terry, one of my favorite people, and I know you're reading your book, and I think sometimes they help you out a lot. But just looking at your names of Trey Burton early in the draft, Caden Smith, maybe if Ingram gets hurt again, Sammy Watkins, a lot of balls to go around. He had one big week, and that was it. It's not a lot right there. So I see why he rated you last, and I would have to agree with him. So hopefully you do some waiver wire work and strengthen your lineup, or you just surprise us all. So, like I said, I think that team is weak. Next, this is may cause some family strife, but however he rated his pops, the Nerd Puppets, coming in at number 9. Started off strong. Lamar Jackson, how do you beat that? MVP, super good fantasy, dual threat in every area. So love that. Keeper, obviously, Tyreek Hill, so good, so fast. And then he kind of shocked everyone. He went young. He went Swift as running back. And Swift's super good, but rookie running backs scare me unless your name is Zeke or Saquon. So we'll see. James Conner liked that one. CD Lamb, I think sometimes Nerds just drafts OU players so the OU fans can't get them, and I don't blame them. I would do the same thing. CD Lamb, though, is a freak. I think that putting him all over the field is going to be dynamic for their offense, but a lot of balls to go around. And he went Cam Akers, another running back that we don't know. Like I said, there's Gurley's gone, not a lot of competition, but we'll see what happens. He could break out, so it could be a huge pick for him. DK Metcalf, super huge. Had a big year. He's an absolute freak of nature, and I expect him to continually break out. T. Higgins, rookie, could be a good. I think the Bengals will be losing a lot, so could get some trash fantasy points. AJ Green, I loved that pick because he's healthy and he'll be a safety blanket for Burrow. However, Nerds already dumped him, so we'll see what happens. So the best pick for him, obviously, Lamar Jackson. That's kind of obvious, and you can't say anything else to it. And then the worst pick for me was Mr. Swift. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, rookie running backs scare me who are not just dominant. Swift, even though he's a monster, I don't know. I don't expect him to be dominant, but they may lean on him. Kerryon Johnson was doing super good for them, so they may lean on him. So I will gladly eat my words if I'm wrong there. So number 9, Nerds. Coming in number 8, Dirte. Dirte dominates almost every year he's been in. So Sam he beat the champ, and now he doesn't like the champ. He doesn't like his team, looks like. So obviously he has probably the best fantasy player in the league. Christian McCaffrey as his keeper. Hard to beat. He's just an absolute stud, the great white hope. Then we come in, Nick Chubb, super solid. Broke out. Nobody's talking about him as much as they should. Kareem Hunt may steal some carries, but Chubb is good. Cortland Sutton came in at his second pick. They go to him a lot. We'll see after Drew Lock took over. I think he's just a very good dynamic threat for them, but more weapons now. So we'll see. Evan Ingram, obviously one of the best tight ends in the league when healthy, but that's the thing, when healthy. Who knows? We'll see. Like I said, if he stays healthy, Daniel Jones is going to lean on him a lot, and we'll see what happens. Then we go Aaron Rodgers. Who knows Aaron Rodgers, man? At once he was obviously a first-round fantasy pick, but he has struggled for years, and no one knows what you're getting with him. Obviously the talent's there, but who knows? Todd Gurley, love Todd Gurley. However, man, that degenerative knee disease, man, I think he's hard to touch. He's hard to touch. So for me, much as I love him, can't do it. Will Fuller, love him. So that was my best pick for him, be Will Fuller. When healthy, also, he's a freak of nature. Hopkins gone. Deshaun Watson's going to throw to him a lot. When he's healthy, he just dominates. And they say he's fully healthy and looks good at camp. And so he's the best pick for Dirte, and the worst pick, I have Todd Gurley. So degenerative knee disease, I know running backs are hard to pick, but he's just really hard to touch. So coming in next, at number 7, be the Dreadheads. So the disrespect continues. The Dreadheads were they went for it last year, and it failed them. It failed him, and he traded away a lot of early picks, but he somehow managed to make a competitive team. So first, obviously, Pat Mahomes, just a freak, MVP, the richest man ever, best contract ever for a reason. He missed several games and still was a huge fantasy threat. So he's that good that Dreadheads often just piece together a lineup just so they don't have to drop him. So Pat Mahomes, stud. First pick, he went Kittle. Well, he needed a running back badly. He needed one desperately. And but we're sitting there and you have George Kittle, who obviously he's a target machine. And we'll see a trend here with Dreadhead's team. Just an absolute target machine. And Garoppolo leans on him a lot, and he's like a wide receiver, and you can't beat that. There's 3 or 4 of those guys at the tight end position, and he's definitely top tier. Then he needed a running back, obviously, so you got to go best available with Chris Carson. Chris Carson, looking at his numbers, had a huge year last year. Had some injuries, so we'll see how he recovers. Who knows? But when healthy, they feed him a lot, and Seahawks offense is solid, so we'll see what they're looking at. Next, he went another great white hope, Cooper Kupp. I don't know how he was just sitting there, but he catches everything. He's put on muscle this year. He's looking huge. I expect him to have another huge year. Now, here we go. Le'Veon Bell. Who knows? Like I said, we needed running backs, and at this point, you take the best available. All the knowns are gone, so you take Le'Veon Bell, who used to be on the Dreadheads team back when he was the Hater Nation. He hate me. And he's on a horrible team. Quarterback was hurt all year, so hopefully Darnold stays healthy, and they got some acquisitions in the offseason that hopefully Le'Veon Bell's motivated as his contract year, and that he's just going to come out and put up freak numbers. Although, he went some rookies, Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs, pulled them both from Alabama, one the speedster. The Raiders took him in the first round for a reason, and I don't think it was just because of Al Davis. Obviously, he's dead. But fast guy. They're comparing him to Tyreek Hill. We'll see. He's a playmaker. I don't expect him to have huge catches or anything, but it could be a lot of 2 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. And then Jerry Jeudy. I mean, all year, for several years, talked about the best wide receiver, the first wide receiver picked. His route running is crazy. I feel like the Broncos are going to be losing a lot, so they'll be throwing a lot. So Jerry Jeudy made a sneak in the Dreadheads lineup. Devontae Parker, same deal. Dolphins. They throw to him a lot, whether it's Fitzpatrick or Tua. They're going to be throwing at him all the time because they will be losing all the time. So if you notice, you look at the Dreadheads team here, PPP. Lots and lots of passes. Lots and lots of targets. They will be targeted so much, and they will catch the PP league and points per reception. It's going to be PPR. Sorry, I'm thinking of PPP because we need to get paid. However, the PPR, they're going to just have targets and catches a lot. So that right there is going to be good for the Dreadheads. The best pick I got for him, obviously, is Mostert. How in the world he was there till that late in the draft is crazy to me. He got his contract with incentive, so he is going to be running like a crazy man. That was an absolute steal for him, and that was a great pick by the Dreadheads. Just biased obviously because it's my team, but I do not have the Dreadheads team this low. But Jackson is a champion, so we'll listen to his critique. The next he has Boats and Hose. Boats and Hose, same as the Dreads. He got rid of a lot of his picks, and he was sitting there forever. Like the Dreadheads were bored. They were out of appetizers at the Explorer, but we're just sitting there waiting. He takes David Johnson, once number one running back in the league, fantasy, everything. Gets traded in the offseason. I saw pictures of him, and he looks like a freak. So strong running back of Zeke and David Johnson. We'll see how he returns. But if he returns to even anything close, then he has a good combination there. Chris Godwin, Tom Brady were his next two picks. Tom's finally traded. He's out from under Belichick. He obviously, in most people's minds, the GOAT. He has weapons everywhere. Gronkowski and Godwin and Mike Evans, and he's going to mix it up and throw it around. That's why I do not like Godwin as much, because obviously they were down a lot, and Jameis Winston was just throwing it everywhere to every team, putting up points, putting up interceptions. But I don't know. We'll see. Zach Ertz, obviously a beast when healthy. The whole Eagles team was hurt last year. T.Y. Hilton finally has a quarterback that's not Andrew Luck that can throw. Phillip Rivers going there. Same gunslinger. He'll throw it around. So the best pick I have for Boats is T.Y. Hilton. I think I said T.Y. healthy with the quarterback is they're going to be throwing it a lot. And Phillip Rivers always has a number one wide receiver. Keenan Allen's been good for a lot of years, and I don't know how he didn't get drafted a lot because of Phillip Rivers. And I think T.Y. Hilton breaks out. Worst pick for me was Chris Godwin. Like I said, it's hard to say that because he was dominant last year, a lot of trash fantasy points. But like I said, Tom has a lot of people to please. He has a lot of people to dish it off to, so I don't expect him to Godwin just to put up the numbers that he did. So I love Godwin, kind of. Their offense is going to be explosive, so I could be wrong there. However, I don't know. Like I said, I love Godwin, but I hate him. We'll see. The next one is just to prove how humble he is. Jackson puts himself next. Kenny Galladay is his keeper. I don't know. Me and Trent talked about it in the lake. We'll get back to that later. He takes Miles Sanders early. Miles Sanders was took early last year. Did not have a good year. Started showing some signs. So we'll see. Joe Mixon next. Obviously, I think Joe's going to break out this year. I think he is the guy to break out. They're going to lean heavily on him. DJ Moore, new quarterback. We'll see what they do. Talent's there. Switching quarterbacks is tough, but anything could be better than what he's had for a while. Jonathan Taylor may get some carries. Freaking college. We'll see what their offense looks like. Calvin Ridley, love this pick. Julio next to him. Julio gets a lot of attention, so Ridley has no excuse. Hawkinson, just a beast. I think he'll be good. He's going to have a super good year. Hollywood Brown said he put on like 20 pounds of muscle. He's super fast. Obviously had a good rookie year, kind of out of nowhere, just like their offense. So we'll see what they look like. Josh Allen, I didn't love this pick at first. I went back and looked at his fantasy numbers, and he did pretty decent. So with Stephon Diggs now there, I think it's hard to draft him with Drew Brees still there, even though he's getting older. Drew Brees always delivers. So Josh Allen, that was a reach for me. I mean, not a reach because he took him late. He's the last quarterback taken. However, I think might have been some better options out there. So we'll see. Josh Allen hopefully breaks out. He challenged Mahomes to a throw-off. So obviously he's very cocky and he's confident. He's ready to go. So we'll see. The best pick for him at Calvin Ridley. Obviously, that's a good pick. Me and the Wino talked several times about me taking him. He was just sitting there, decided to go a different route. However, I decided to go with Parker, but Ridley I think is going to have a huge year. The worst pick for me was not even a pick; it was actually his keeper, Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay, you're right, healthy Matt Stafford in that offense. However, there was a lot of people out there you could have made a trade for, and you could have drafted Galladay early if you were that high on him. So, not love Kenny Galladay, like I said, unless you're a Julio or somebody like that, Tyreek Hill, Michael Thomas. It's hard for me just to keep a wide receiver that's not in that top tier, and I just don't see Kenny Galladay being in that top tier, even though he had a good year last year. Next, he has the Young Guns. Young Guns, Derrick Henry, keeper freaking nature. Guns had a lot of picks, so no excuses for him either. So it took Kamara. Kamara, like I said, enough said. He should have a good year. He should break out. Their offense is going to be booming. Kamara is an absolute freak. You can't say enough about him. Mike Evans, like I said, Mike Evans is talent-wise. He's just, ever since Manziel days, he just puts up numbers and he puts up fantasy points. But once again, a lot of balls thrown around there, more than Derek's. And we'll see how Tom Brady distributes. So we'll see. Their offense is amazing. I think they're going to be super good. I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl. However, their offense will be good. Then he went Gronk. Big shock. Gronk ain't played in a while. Obviously, Gronk's one of the best tight ends to ever do it. He's lost a lot of weight. Hopefully, he has motivation. Obviously, he didn't want to play for Belichick anymore, so he just sits out, gets in the WWE. We'll see what it looks like. Same team. Like I said, hopefully they have a huge 300, 400-yard passing, because that means both of them are getting their targets. But if not, Guns' team will struggle. Then he took Thielen, another great wide hope. Obviously, a couple years ago, was the number one fantasy wide receiver, just a monster. He's been hurt, no digs. We'll see. J.K. Dobbins, I don't know, a lot of touches. Rager, I don't know, not loving it. We'll see. The best pick for him, obviously, Kamara. I mean, that's an obvious for him. Like I said, dude's a freak. The worst pick for him, in my opinion, was taking Gronk so early. I know Gronk, just his name alone, gets him drafted. What it looks like, we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, wide receiver and tight end, same team. We don't know what that looks like yet. Next one, Crimson. Crimson, we missed you this year, buddy. I know you have health problems, and I'm praying for you daily, and I hope that you just continue to get better. But we missed you dearly on the golf, on the drive, at dinners, at the draft. You not sitting next to me. That was tough, but we know that you're going to recover and get back soon, and you didn't get COVID, so don't add that to your plate. Sorry, it hurts to cough about that. Saquon as your keeper, obviously, breaks out as a rookie, struggles a little, gets hurt. But the talent, he's just right there with McCaffrey when healthy. Hopkins on a new team. Hopkins is top 3 wide receiver in the league. With Kyler Murray throwing to him, that team is going to be good. The Kingsbury offense is just going to throw it around. Love that pick. Josh Jacobs, I think the Raiders in their new stadium look to break out. I think they're going to be super good. Mark Andrews, obviously, he did so good. They traded the guy drafted above him. And Carson Wentz, like I said, he somehow managed to have a good year throwing to me, Kerry, and Tyler. So he's throwing everywhere. A.J. Brown's a good pick for him. Fell late. Kind of a surprise last year, but I think the Titans are going to get brought back down to earth. Tannehill, obviously they led him far, but I don't see their offense just dominating this year. Darren Waller and Gibson, good picks. Waller falling that late. He was like the number 2 or number 3 tight end. I'm not sure how he fell that late. And then Gibson looks a lot better now since guys decided to strangle his woman. So, positions there for him to take. The best pick for Crimson, in my opinion, was obviously Waller. Like I said, he's like a wide receiver. He came out of nowhere. He catches everything, gets yards. And then the worst pick for him was he was waiting and saving up his money for Mostert. So not taking Mostert was obviously the worst pick for him. Glad I beat him to it. But other than that, love Crimson's team. I think he's super good. I probably would put him. I'd put him in the top. I'd put him at 1 or 2, probably for me. His team's just super solid, and they're going to put up huge numbers. The next, he has Triple T's. Triple T's, love that man. Got to spend a lot of time with him. Got to help him a lot. Got to watch him golf a lot. I got paired up with him in the Ryder Cup, which was absolute hot garbage. However, I did beat him on hole one, so I set up a purple team for a victory, and I'm super proud of that. Next year, I will be coming back stronger, but the way Kamish golfed, minus the first few holes every day, amazing. He may be heading for the Masters, the old people Masters, the senior tour. That's Kamish's future. Is obviously not a singer. But team, he went the rookie early. I knew that Clyde would go early. I don't know how early, but he went, and Triple T's took a gamble on him, and it could pay off. Like I said, rookie running backs scare me. However, with that offense, unless they decide just to stop running the ball, Damian Williams had a huge year. He opts out, but so Clyde is just ready to just slide right in and just have a monster year. Aaron Jones, I don't know why a lot of people were scared of him, but they were. He won fantasy for a lot of people. No, like I said, their team is just crazy disarray. I wouldn't even surprise me if Aaron Rodgers gets traded this year. However, Aaron Jones just seems to always come through. Travis Kelce, another guy, just like Kittle, just a wide receiver. He gets catches after catches, and you can't beat him as a tight end position. Odell Beckham, man, I don't know. Odell's made his entire career off of one catch, seems like to me. He struggled. They can blame it on Baker. They can blame it on the line. But their talent, they have no excuses this year. Every position is good. So we'll see what Odell does. Deshaun Watson, that man, he's so good. He scrambles and almost gets killed and just always puts up huge fantasy points. I expect the same for him. Traded his number one weapon. However, like I said, I love Fuller. I love Johnson for them. They traded for Brandon Cook, so we'll see what their team looks like. Amari Cooper. Like I said, Cowboys have weapons everywhere. Cooper, one of the best route runners in the league. I expect him to have a good year. This may be I don't know if it's the first time in a while, maybe ever, that the Cowboys have 3 1,000-yard wide receivers, which means sometimes it's going to be feast or famine for them. Juju, healthy. Roethlisberger back. Connor back. Steelers, will they be back? But I love Juju. Going to put some respect on his name. Antonio Brown curse off of him now. So I love Juju pick. Singletary, I liked that pick at first. Commish didn't seem to like it as much as he's already dropped him. But I think he will do good this year. So we'll see what that looks like. The best pick for me, Amari Cooper. He's going to score touchdowns. He's going to get balls thrown to him. Going to have a dynamic offense. Or Deshaun Watson. I could have went either way. For them, the worst pick for me was Odell early. Like I said, Odell, he hasn't proven it in a while. He hasn't just dominated like everyone knows he can. I love Odell personally, but he's got to do something this year. He has to solidify himself as a top 5 wide receiver, or he's overpaid. And last but not least, obviously this should have been an obvious because she had like 50 picks in the first 3 rounds, but the Orange Crush struggled last year, so she went with a lot of sure names, and I'm glad she did that. She went with the Dalvin Cook. Kenyon Drake as a keeper had a huge year being traded late. Julio Jones, another one. Devontae Adams, another one. Kyler Murray, I think Kyler Murray is going to win MVP. You can write it down. Justin Jefferson, rookie wide receiver. Not sure I love, but with Stephon Diggs not being there, they got to throw to somebody. And Thielen, we'll see. Eric Ebron, tight end. She took Aguilar late. Not sure about that. He's probably won't even get snaps in Oakland, or not Oakland, Las Vegas now. So I don't know what to say about her. She's my number 1 or 2 team. She should have been. She had a huge draft. A lot of early picks. She drafted sure things, in my opinion, and I think she's going to be tough to beat. This may be the year of the crush. And her worst pick for me, Nelson Aguilar. She had some money left, going with him pretty late, maybe even one of the last picks. That's not love it. Like I said, I don't even think he'll play. Can't catch the ball. The best pick for me, Kyler Murray. Like I said, I think he's going to be MVP. I think he's going to have a huge year. I think that he's going to run and throw. He has weapons everywhere. As long as he doesn't get killed scrambling, I think nothing's going to stop him. Cardinals surprise team. Kyler Murray MVP. I love you guys. About 25 minutes long, so I know a lot of you are in COVID, so you have nothing better to do. I'm still laid up. It's the first time I've had clothes on in like a few days. So continue prayers for continued recovery for me. But this life isn't bad. I just watch golf. I watch basketball. My wife bathes me and feeds me and helps me get dressed. So it's a pretty good life, even though I'm in pain. Just learn to deal with it. So love you guys. I'm praying we have football. It looks like college football is not going to happen, but I'm praying the NFL does. So love you guys. Get well soon if you are sick. Look forward to our winter meetings. God bless you all. Treadheads out.